Welcome to the channel where we uncover timeless wisdom and actionable insights designed to help you elevate your mindset, refine your communication, and transform your relationships. In today's episode, we're tackling a concept that might just reshape your perspective on attraction and social dynamics. In a world where attention is a constant battlefield, truly high-value individuals stand out by taking a different approach. They understand the power of stepping back at the right moments. But this isn't about playing games or manipulating others' emotions. It's about mastering the balance between presence and absence. It's about learning to express strength and influence through the art of timing, knowing when to engage, and even more importantly, when silence speaks louder than words. In this video, we'll delve into how high-value men harness the principles of restraint and self-discipline to communicate with intention and leave a lasting impression. From practical techniques to timeless Stoic wisdom, you'll discover how to strategically create intrigue, not through indifference, but through confidence and a clear sense of purpose. We'll break down the mindset of a high-value man, exploring how this approach reshapes your interactions with women, sparks genuine attraction, and builds meaningful connections. By mastering the art of communication, especially with the guidance of Stoic principles, you unlock the ability to connect on a deeper level while staying true to your values and purpose. Stick around, because today's insights will transform not just how you speak, but how you're remembered. Lesson 1. The transformative power of purposeful action. High-value communication starts with understanding the purpose behind your words. For the Stoics, language was a tool for expressing truth, not for manipulation or self-promotion. Similarly, a high-value man enters conversations with clarity, intention, and a grounded presence. Here's how to embody this principle. 1. Speak with purpose. Every word should align with your values and serve a meaningful purpose. A high-value man doesn't talk just to fill silence. He speaks to foster understanding and connection. For instance, instead of asking generic questions like, "What's up?" try something more thoughtful. "I've been thinking about something you mentioned the other day. What's your perspective on it?" 2. Master active listening. Genuine listening is one of the most attractive and impactful traits you can demonstrate. It shows respect, builds trust, and makes the other person feel valued. Pay full attention to what's being said without planning your response mid-conversation. Once she's done speaking, pause briefly to process her words before replying. These practices transform communication into a powerful tool for connection and authenticity. By applying them, you'll not only elevate your interactions, but also leave a lasting impression. Here's how to refine your communication as a high-value man, blending Stoic wisdom with emotional intelligence to create meaningful, lasting connections. 1. Respond thoughtfully. When she shares a challenge, acknowledge her feelings and offer a response that shows genuine interest without trying to solve everything. For example, say, "That sounds like it's been weighing on you. How have you been handling it?" This demonstrates care while empowering her to share more. 2. Avoid overtalking or seeking validation. High-value men embrace restraint, letting their actions and confidence do the talking. Instead of dominating the conversation or piling on compliments, keep it concise and impactful. For instance, rather than saying, "I thought your idea was so amazing, creative, and inspiring," simply say, "Your idea was impressive. It made me think." This approach conveys respect while leaving room for curiosity. 3. Maintain a sense of mystery. Not every detail needs to be shared immediately. Oversharing can dilute intrigue, while selective sharing piques interest. If she asks about your day, resist the urge to explain every moment. Instead say, "It was productive. I'll tell you more about this cool project I'm working on when we have more time." This creates anticipation while maintaining focus on the present. 4. Balance assertiveness with empathy. Confidence is essential, but so is understanding. Speak with clarity and intention, but also tune into her emotions and perspectives. This balance not only strengthens communication, but also deepens trust and connection. By applying these principles, you'll cultivate conversations that are purposeful, intriguing, and memorable, hallmarks of a high-value man. Being assertive doesn't mean being domineering. High-value men express their needs clearly while respecting the feelings of others. For example, instead of saying, "I don't like when you do that," try reframing it to, "I feel more at ease when we approach it this way." What's your perspective on that? This approach fosters collaboration and mutual understanding. Purposeful communication is about forging meaningful connections without compromising your authenticity. Every word should align with your values and leave a genuine, lasting impression, effortlessly. Lesson 2. Mastering emotional presence. To truly stay on someone's mind, a high-value man goes beyond words and embodies emotional presence. Stoicism teaches us to live fully in the moment, free from distractions or preoccupations. This level of focus creates a deep sense of connection and emotional safety, qualities women find irresistibly magnetic. Be fully present. Most people listen with the intent to reply rather than understand. A high-value man shifts this dynamic by giving his full attention to the conversation. Put away your phone, maintain eye contact, and engage with sincerity. Example: when she's sharing her thoughts, respond with something like, "That's an interesting perspective. What made you feel that way?" Or, "It sounds like that really mattered to you. Tell me more." This presence not only deepens the interaction, but also leaves her feeling valued and understood, hallmarks of a meaningful connection. Curiosity and emotional mastery, hallmarks of high-value communication. 1. Foster curiosity. Curiosity shows genuine interest and invites deeper conversation. Instead of giving generic responses, explore her perspective. For example, "That's interesting. What led you to feel that way?" This approach encourages her to open up and feel truly heard. 2. Regulate your emotions. Emotional control is a cornerstone of Stoicism and a defining trait of a high-value man. Instead of letting anger or insecurity dictate your behavior, stay calm and composed, even in challenging situations. For instance, if a discussion becomes tense, pause and say, "Let me take a moment to think about that. I want to respond thoughtfully." This not only diffuses tension, but also demonstrates maturity and self-awareness. 3. Mirror positive energy. Matching someone's positive tone and energy creates an instant sense of connection and rapport. Pay attention to her enthusiasm and reflect it back naturally. For example, if she's excited about something, respond with, "That sounds incredible. I can tell you're really passionate about this." This subtle alignment fosters a sense of shared experience. 4. Show genuine empathy. Empathy goes beyond just listening. It's about validating her feelings and offering understanding without judgment. When she shares something personal, respond in a way that conveys support, such as, "That sounds like it was really important to you. I can see why you felt that way." This builds trust and deepens the connection. By practicing these principles, you elevate your interactions, making them not just meaningful but memorable. A high-value man blends curiosity, composure, positivity, and empathy to leave a lasting impression, rooted in respect and authenticity. Memorable communication stems from a blend of patience, empathy, and emotional presence. For example, if she's venting about work, resist the impulse to offer immediate solutions. Instead, respond thoughtfully with something like, "That sounds frustrating. How do you usually handle situations like that?" This approach validates her feelings and encourages her to open up. Demonstrating patience is equally crucial. Let conversations unfold naturally, and don't rush to fill silences. For instance, during a pause, remain comfortable and let her decide when to continue, showing your confidence and ease in the moment. Building emotional safety is the cornerstone of deeper connections. When she shares something vulnerable, respond with gratitude and support, such as, "Thank you for sharing that with me. I can imagine how difficult that must have been." This creates a safe space where she feels valued and understood. Emotional presence ensures that your interactions leave a lasting impression, making her think of you long after the conversation ends. By mastering these skills and cultivating self-mastery, you embody confidence that is both impactful and unforgettable. High-value men don't demand attention. They naturally command it through their self-assurance. Their confidence isn't derived from external validation, but from mastering their thoughts, emotions, and actions. Stoicism teaches that true power comes from self-control, and this philosophy directly influences how they communicate, especially with women. Confidence begins with understanding your intrinsic value. A high-value man doesn't seek approval. He operates from a foundation of self-respect. For example, rather than saying, "Do you think I'm good enough for this?" reframe it to, "I'm confident in my ability to handle this." Clarity and directness are key in communication. Women appreciate decisiveness and straightforwardness. Stoics valued simplicity and truth in their words. No need for unnecessary embellishment. Instead of saying, "I think it would be nice if we could maybe hang out sometime," say, "I'd like to spend time with you this weekend. Let's make it happen." Finally, a high-value man doesn't fear rejection. Stoicism teaches that external outcomes are beyond our control. What matters is focusing on what you can control, your effort and your response. By embodying these principles, you'll communicate with confidence and authenticity, making every interaction more impactful. A high-value man understands that true confidence is reflected in his mindset, especially in challenging situations. For example, if she declines an invitation, respond with grace. "No problem at all. Let me know if you change your mind." This shows maturity and emotional composure. Confidence is also tested during disagreements or uncomfortable moments. Staying calm and collected during these times demonstrates your inner strength. For instance, if she criticizes you, avoid becoming defensive. Instead, say, "I see your perspective. Let me think about that." This response signals emotional intelligence and openness. True confidence also comes from being authentic, not from trying to impress or boast. Women are naturally drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin. For example, if you have a passion for reading philosophy, say, "I find Stoicism fascinating. It's helped me navigate challenges in life without exaggerating or seeking validation." Lastly, avoid needy behavior, as it often stems from insecurity. High-value men create space in relationships, fostering a sense of independence and mutual respect. Rather than texting her constantly for reassurance, trust in her value and let her initiate contact when she's ready. This balance of self-assurance and respect for personal space strengthens the relationship and ensures both partners feel valued. A high-value man practices humility, recognizing his strengths while remaining open to learning and growth. Confidence doesn't equate to arrogance. It's about acknowledging what you know while being receptive to new ideas. For example, if she shares knowledge on something you're unfamiliar with, instead of pretending to know, say, "That's interesting. I didn't know that. Tell me more." This response shows openness and a willingness to learn, which enhances your authenticity. Actions always speak louder than words. Stoicism teaches that principles should be demonstrated through actions, not just words. True confidence shines through in how you carry yourself and treat others. Rather than talking about your achievements, let your work ethic, kindness, and integrity speak for themselves. Confidence isn't about being loud or assertive, it's about having quiet, unshakable self-belief. Through self-mastery and authentic communication, a high-value man leaves a lasting impression without ever needing to seek approval. Lesson 4. Creating emotional depth through vulnerability. A high-value man is not afraid to show vulnerability because he understands that it is a strength, not a weakness. Stoicism emphasizes resilience, but also the importance of emotional honesty. Vulnerability, when expressed thoughtfully, builds trust and deepens emotional connection, allowing you to form more meaningful relationships. Self-awareness and the courage to confront one's emotions honestly are powerful tools for creating meaningful connections. When communicated effectively, vulnerability fosters trust, intimacy, and emotional connection, making you unforgettable. It's about expressing your emotions in a way that reflects both self-awareness and strength, not seeking pity or oversharing. For instance, instead of saying, "I feel so lost, I don't know what to do," reframe it to, "I've been reflecting on some challenges lately, and it's been a growth experience for me." This communicates vulnerability while demonstrating resilience. Sharing your values and beliefs is another key way to connect deeply with others. Women are drawn to men who have clear values and the confidence to share them. Stoicism teaches that your actions should align with your principles, and that consistency is vital. For example, you might say, "One thing I really prioritize is staying true to my word. It's something I've always valued." This shows integrity and clarity, Talking about challenges and the growth you've experienced through them is another way to demonstrate depth. Sharing how you've overcome obstacles not only shows resilience, but also humanizes you. It lets her see your journey and the strength you've gained, making you more relatable and impactful in your interactions. By embracing vulnerability with self-awareness, confidence, and clarity, you create connections that are both meaningful and lasting. Being relatable and open about your own experiences helps create a strong emotional connection. For example, you might share, "I wasn't always confident speaking up in groups, but I've learned that preparation and staying calm make a big difference." This kind of vulnerability shows growth and encourages understanding. Listening without judgment is crucial when someone opens up to you. Instead of jumping in with solutions, respond with empathy to create emotional safety. For example, if she shares a personal story, say, "Thank you for trusting me with that. It means a lot that you'd share it." This shows that you value her vulnerability and creates a space where she feels safe to express herself. While vulnerability is powerful, being selective with what you share is equally important. Sharing too much too soon can overwhelm or make the conversation feel forced. Pace your disclosures naturally, depending on the flow of the conversation. For example, if the topic shifts to past relationships, focus on the lessons you've learned rather than dwelling on unresolved issues. You might say, "One thing I learned is the importance of communication and mutual respect." Finally, expressing gratitude and appreciation shows emotional intelligence and sincerity. Acknowledging what you admire in others, including her, strengthens the connection. For example, you could say, "I really admire how you handled that situation. It shows a lot of strength and wisdom." This kind of appreciation makes her feel valued and deepens the emotional bond between you. A high-value man is comfortable with emotional conversations, embracing them with composure and maturity. Many men shy away from discussing feelings, but doing so shows emotional depth and self-assurance. For example, if she shares her dreams or fears, instead of dismissing or avoiding the topic, offer encouragement like, "That's a bold dream, and I admire your courage in pursuing it." This shows maturity and reinforces your ability to support her emotionally. Avoid the fear of appearing weak. True strength lies in facing your emotions head-on. Vulnerability isn't a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of confidence in who you are. For instance, saying, "There was a time when I doubted myself a lot, but I've worked on building a stronger mindset. It's been a journey, but it's been worth it," shows that you've confronted your struggles and grown from them. Vulnerability also plays a vital role in building trust. Trust deepens when both people feel safe to be open and genuine. By sharing your emotions, you invite her to do the same, creating a space of mutual understanding and connection. For example, you might say, "I appreciate you being open with me. I'm happy to share my thoughts and feelings with you too." This mutual exchange of vulnerability strengthens the bond and trust between you. Honesty is something I truly value in relationships, even when it's difficult to share. It's a principle I try to live by, as I believe vulnerability is the cornerstone of emotional connection. By embracing and expressing your emotions authentically, you not only show strength and self-awareness, but also the ability to form deep, meaningful relationships that leave a lasting impact. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos on Stoicism, relationships, and personal growth. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more insights on how to elevate your life and relationships.